Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel. So for this week's video, Bella came up with the idea for us to create an April Showers brings Mayflowers makeup look. So we each split it up, and I did April Showers and she did Mayflowers. We split this idea into two videos. Brenna's going to do a tutorial on how she created her look, and then I'm going to do a tutorial on how I created mine. So if you want to see how Brenna did her April Showers look, then keep on watching. Okay, so my face is clean and I moisturized it, so it's all ready to go. As we said in the intro, my inspiration is April Showers, so what I got from that is like a darker, like smokier look, so that's what I'm going for today. So I actually decided that I'm going to do my eyes first, and I'm gonna wait and then do my foundation, just because of the way that like I'm doing my eyes. I think it's best to wait till after. So today I'm just going to start with the eyes, and I'm going to prime them with my Master Conceal from Maybelline. This is the normal concealer that I usually use, and I've been using it to prime my eyelids because it works pretty well. And I'm not really like a huge fan of eyeshadow primers, just because I kind of feel like it's a ripoff because they're pretty much the same exact thing as a concealer. I mean, at least that's just like my opinion, but I don't know, I think that this works very well. But I'm actually going to bring it up a little high because, like I said, my look is kind of smoky today, and everything's going to be really dramatic, so I definitely want to bring that up a little bit higher than I normally would. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the concealer with this shade. It's called Custom, and it's from the Morphe 15N palette. I'm going to start off with my transition shade, and I'm going to use a darker transition shade than I normally would. So it's one of my favorites. I know I've mentioned it before in one of the other videos, but it's this brown neutral shade, and it's called Bake Sale, and it's by Makeup Geek. When you do this, you don't have to be very precise. Like this, it's okay to be messy because most of this is going to be covered. Don't worry about getting anything on the lid. That doesn't matter because all of that's going to be fixed. We're using a lot of dark colors today, so when we get into the darker colors, definitely be more careful, but as for this, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to bring this up pretty high, actually. So we're going to go a little bit above this like bone right here, just a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going to dip it in the shade that I used to set my eye concealer with, and I'm going to go right above like where I stopped that, and I'm just gonna buff it out and blend it so it goes pretty high up, because when I put the darker colors on, I want it to still be a little bit visible at the top. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette, and I'm going to be using the color Androgyny. It's like this purple plum color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the outer corner, and I'm just going to like press it in there, but still like move it over a little bit. And everything's going to be really smoky, so don't worry about fallout, don't worry about any of that stuff. So we're just going to take it from the corner and press it and push it over and up. So I'm going in a circular motion and I'm pushing it over and up. My opinion is that everything looks better in the end. Like when you're starting off with makeup, like doing it on your face, everything just like looks really bad until you're finished. You have to go through a lot of like blending stages. So now I'm going to go in with the Morphe M513 brush, and I'm going to go back to the Morphe 15N palette, and we're going to use this shade. It's called Cliché. It's pretty similar to Androgyny, except it's more on like the pinkish purple side, I guess. So we're just gonna dip into that, and we're gonna go back to the outer corner, press it right into there, deepen up the crease a little bit, and just use the same motions we were using before, pushing it that way, except we're not gonna go up as high with this one. So we're gonna keep it a little bit lower. We're going to go back with the Androgyny palette, and we're going to go in with Poison, and it's sort of this turquoise shade. I'm going to go in with the Morphe M573 brush, and this is a very brave step. Blues are very hard to blend out and work with, I think, in my opinion. I always have a hard time with them. I feel like the blue pigment just gets everywhere, so you have to be very careful. So we're just going to take this And it's going to look a little crazy at first, but we're going to start right back out in the inner corner where we were, and we're going to press it in, and we're just going to blend it like we've been blending the rest of this look. It's not going to look very pretty at first. Honestly, when I was doing this the other day, I ended up looking like I had a black eye, like I had like a bruise until I was done. We're going to go back in with the Morphe M433 brush, and we're going to use Safe Word, and we're just going to go in and just blend some of this out a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go in with the Morphe M441 brush. We're going to go in with this shade from the Androgyny palette. It's called Swallow. And I'm going to get that and tap off the excess. This is a very dark pigmented shade, so it's going to look a little crazy. We're going to keep doing the same thing, pressing it right there. And you can see how much darker it already makes it. We're just going to keep pushing it over towards the inner corner. We're going to go back in with the color Androgyny from Jeffree Star's palette. And we're going to go like right above the crease a little bit and just sort of blend it out with that color. Now we are actually going to switch and go in with the Morphe Dare to Create palette. And I know that this is like discontinued, so a lot of people don't like using it in their videos, but I mean, I have it, so like I'm gonna use it. But I do suggest just using a color that's as similar to this as you can. Going to go in with this shade right here. It's a really, really dark blue. It's going to do the same thing, but a little bit lower. We're going to put it closer to my lash line and drag it. Okay, so I'm actually going to do the lower lash line, and I know most people wait until they do their foundation, but when I practiced this look, I liked that I did it before. I just liked the way that it looked. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back in, and I'm going to use the Morphe R37 brush. I'm going to go in with Bake Sale, and I'm just going to, and I'm going to use like the big brushes because this is very dramatic. So we're just going to go from the inner corner and just kind of push it forward. Obviously blend it in with this corner, that's important. Then we're going to go in and take Androgyny from Jeffree Star's palette on the Morphe M518 brush, and I'm just gonna do the same thing I've been doing. I'm doing this pretty like messy because I want it to sort of be messy. Just bear with me when the whole look is done, like it looks better. I know it looks crazy right now, but you have to remember that I'm going to be cleaning all this up when I put my foundation on. So like this isn't gonna be this big. I'm going to go in and take Poison because we used a little bit of this color. This is the turquoise color. I'm just gonna do the same thing I've been doing, but I'm gonna stay up a little bit higher because I still want the purple to be visible at the bottom. I'm going to go in and take Swallow and do the same thing. And then I'm gonna go back in with Androgyny, just blend this line out a little bit. So I know I look a little crazy, but it's okay because we're not done. What I'm going to do is go in and just tight line my lash line with Swallow, and then I'm gonna go to the Morphe Dare to Create palette and take that dark blue shade that I was using. I'm just gonna go over Swallow that I just tight lined. I really think doing that blends the whole look together. Like if I didn't do that, I just don't think it would look as good as it does, or is going to look. I still have some concealer on the back of my hand, so I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to lightly tap it on the lid just a little bit. I don't want to put too much, but I'm going to be using a shimmery shade, and I really want it to stand out. I'm actually going to use my finger for this part, so what I'm going to do is going to go back to the Morphe Dare to Create palette. I'm going to use this dark blue shimmery shade, and we are going to put that right on the concealer that I just put down. So I'm just going to take some of that on this Morphe B83 brush, and I'm going to spray it with my setting spray. I didn't bring it all the way over, so I'm just blending it out a bit. Okay, so I'm actually going to be done with this eye for now. I'm going to go do this eye off camera, and then I like to see them together just to see if there's anything I want to change, because obviously I still have to do lashes and my brows, and I'm adding a few other things to this look. So I'm just going to go and do this eye now, and then I'll be back. I forgot to film this part, but I just put some blue and silver glitter just over the dark shimmery blue that I put on there. And I know that I look insane right now, but I haven't like put my stuff on yet. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll be right back. I wanted to just show you guys how I'm going to do this quickly. So I'm actually going to be drawing a lightning bolt through my eye right here, but I'm trying to get rid of this eyebrow. So I'm just going to be using the glue stick method so basically I'm just going to brush this out. And this is like super, super gross. It feels disgusting. But I'm going to put this glue stick on my eyebrow, stick it all the way straight up. And then I'm going to use this spoolie. Just going to brush it out, brush it up. I'm going to let this dry, put a few more coats on it, and then I'll be back to do the rest of my face. I literally can't even look at myself because I look so awful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some eye makeup remover, and I'm using this Sephora waterproof eye makeup remover. This is just sample size, but this is one of the best like things to use on your eye to take off your eye makeup. I normally do not even use like a eye makeup remover. I use baby oil, and it's much cheaper, and like, I mean, I'm not rich, so like buying this, like this is pretty expensive, and I wear makeup all the time and like doing these videos, so like taking it off is just, it gets really expensive using something like that. I normally use baby oil because it's like safe on your eyes and it does not make my skin oily. I use the one with the green cap. I recommend it, but it is like a little greasy, so I'm not going to do that now because I am going to be putting like makeup over this. So I'm just going to go in with a Q-tip dipped in the eye makeup remover, and I'm just going to go inside of the lightning bolt and wipe away all of this. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm going to put on my primer and my foundation to go around that and just like shape everything up. So Okay, so I did my foundation, my concealer, and then I set my face with powder because I have a lot of makeup on right now, so I wanted to make sure that it was set with powder so it didn't crack or anything like that. I'm going to place some concealer on inside the lightning bolt, and then I'm going to pack yellow eyeshadow on top of it. And I'm going to be using the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm just going to use this bright yellow shade, and I'm just going to pack that right on top. Okay, so now that I'm done with the lightning bolt, I'm going to do this eyebrow off camera and then pop on some lashes, and I'll be right back. And so now the last thing that I have to add is I got these little crystals, and I'm going to add some little teardrop crystals under my eye. And now what I'm going to do is just do my lips, so I'm just going to put some chapstick on. And I'm going to go in with Jeffree Star's Androgyny liquid lipstick. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope you guys liked the look. It was by far one of my favorite looks I've ever done before, and I just love the way that it turned out, and I really hope you guys liked it too. Definitely stay tuned to watch Bella's Mayflower video. It's going to be amazing. Her look came out so good. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching, and definitely don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys! And then pop on some